don't even have any way of knowing if the times we're setting it correct. DL, since you've been so cooperative, next time you boot up the game, just set the clock to your favorite time. Go ahead, pick whichever time you want, even if it's not the correct time you find. Get back to the video game. What the hell? All right, that's weird. I've never seen that before. All right, what's up, everyone? Hello, welcome. Sunday Funday. Hello. A lot of stuff in the background. What is that? Office work. So hopefully you guys can hear me. Okay, cool. I have to do a mic pick, man. I got some freaking PTSD from that Jeff. Where is my chat? I need to set this so I can see my chat. Hold on. I thought I can set it. Set seconds window, full screen border. Okay. Oh, that's what I did. There you go. This is so weird. What the hell is this? Oh, this thing is... Hold on. If anyone is sending anything, I'll look at it now. 1 second, guys. 144, I think. There we go. Haha. What's up, Amber? Hello, HG. What you guys doing? Now I can see it. Alright. I feel like this... Oh, we're good. We are good. Strangely partiable. Stanley. Oh, what's up, Boris? Boris just subscribed for 13 months in a row. Holy crap. Welcome. Are you going to 100% it? I am gonna sure as hell try to do that. Never played this game in my life. I think I saw Rockshaman play this at one point. So we are going to try this out and see how we do. It was kind of funny though, because I adjusted the time. And then I rebooted the game because I thought the resolution was messing around with me. And it said, oh, thank you so much for taking the time to set the time. It was actually kind of funny. What kind of game is this?
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk.
I used to type like that.
Buttons to push.
I used to type like
push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month.
It's a puzzle game, Amber.
And
so we'll see how this
might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job.
Boris, I hope you're doing well.
Was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation.
Holy crap.
Something was very
Good on you,
clearly
HG.
wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Got up. Okay. All right. Very responsive, actually. Wow. Very
All of his
responsive.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Meeting room? Where's the meeting room? What is the meeting room over here? No. Stanley for president? There you go. There's a ladder up there. What the hell is a meeting room?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
And I just learned about a thing like Nintendo Direct for mods. I have 2 weeks to make a trailer and finish up the mod. Oh, that's cool, man. Go right. Boris is saying let's go right. Let's go right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
That's actually kind of creepy, though. Ooh, hello. Can we go in there?
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
I ain't drinking nothing, sir. Where's my drink at? I want a drink.
Yes,
and
really worth it being here in the room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Took the first open door on his left. Why should... Ooh. How about I go straight?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
That's incredible he wasn't fired in 5 years ago. I'm really tired tonight, but I'll try to stay for as long as I can. Oh, thank you, Emma. I appreciate that, you guys. I know you guys have got like early morning stuff. What is this? Vent access for trained employees only. Climb at your own risk. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift, $1,000. Do not jump from the cargo lift while it's in motion. It will cause death. Ooh. I can't open doors. Let's see. Yeah, same. I'll try be here till like 30. It's so late and I have quite important stuff to do in the morning. Oh yeah, no worries, guys. I appreciate you guys even hopping in, man. That's freaking awesome. Okay, well I guess we go across the lift then. Yep, busy trying not to fall off the bottom of the...
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Who's her?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life.
Who's her?
She's been waiting.
Who? That's a dark door, dude. I don't like that door. This is giving me little misfortune vibes. Oh my gosh. Oh, please tell me this. I don't want to go to the door. Oh!
That's her, Stanley.
Okay.
You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the...
What just happened? Oh. 427?
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Oh.
Gotcha.
Jesus.
Oh, come on.
That just gave me like goosebumps down my neck.
Wife who'd want to commit their life to you. I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
I don't wanna. Nah, I don't want to. Nah, screw
Sorry,
that.
but you're in my story now.
Oh, that just, the freaking wall just jumped up. Jesus.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Good morning, employee. Press G on your keyboard.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Press Q.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work.
He's very sassy.
One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Press F.
But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Press G to watch TV. Where the hell's the TV? Oh, there's TV.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth.
Something's wrong here.
The thought excited him terribly.
Press O to spend time with the boys?
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Press U to... What the hell's going on,
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
If I hit other buttons, nothing happens. I have to hit that.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head, he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Press L to tell your wife you love her.
But there is no answer.
Oh, shit.
How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he
go out the door.
The more he forgets which life is the real one.
Press Z to go to sleep.
And I'm trying to tell him this. That in this world, he can never be anything but an observer. That as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
How about I do?
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
I think so. I think I was. Pressing to question nothing.
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley.
Suicide
We're
move.
not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see.
I can't open the door.
Maybe this time. And I tried
He sounds
again,
like a...
And Stanley pushed a button.
What?
And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
Okay. That just... Oh. Like Futurama, so your wife left you. Maybe you must obey? Yeah, it was like... All right. Well,
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to
back
go
through
to
the
the
same
meeting
doors
room.
again.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
this is so weird.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I kind of don't want to enter it. Did you legit just die? I don't know. It just maybe. I think he did put me in a timeout or something. Go right. Let's go right again.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Nope.
Wow. Yes, this room. What a beauty. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
That looks scary as hell, man. I don't want to go that way. Stuck in limbo? Yeah, it feels like it. I don't know if I want to go that way. Hold on. Spooky door.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Can I jump? I can't jump. How do you jump? Space is jump, right? Oh, wait, that's crouch. That's... Oh, if I hold in left mouse button... Is there a jump button in this thing? Actually, no. Hold on. I need to see if there's a jump button. Oh, there is. But I can't jump. Hitting spacebar doesn't make me jump. Why? I just got the achievement. You can't jump. No, seriously. We disabled it. What? Get your first achievement awarded for game. I just got an achievement for not being able to jump. Okay. Great.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Maybe I
I'm
want
not
to go
your
that
enemy,
way.
Really, I'm not. I realize that
small
investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Oh no, dude, I don't trust this guy anymore. That shit's not cool. I just love the fact that he reacted to that. He put you in a timeout room. Yeah, he did. Alright. Can I can't do anything else. I hate that the doors are closing.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Stanley walked through the red door. No, I like blue. That's blue, right? Yeah, that's blue.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
I walked through the blue door. Okay.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Oh, there's a blue door. There's a blue door.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
I am gonna end up in tears after this shit. Oh. Oh, why is that dark? I don't like that. Oh, that's freaky.
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see.
Oh my God, this is
Stanley.
gold.
Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles?
did you want to see?
Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
Okay.
There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Shall we go into the door? Hell door? It does look like a freaking hell door. Go left. Boris is saying go left. All right. Two go left. All right. Oh. Hello?
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
It's all the same feedback. 5?
Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Oh. The Stanley Parable Worldwide Leaderboard? Oh, that's freaking cool. Good old Neil. What? 18,930? What the hell? Did you know that 21% of players skip the intro sequence only? Only the worst people. What? Stanley is now online. How long does it take you to get to the correct door or compete against others in pre-Stanley? No ways. All right. So it shows the blue door. Huh. A dead rat is offline. Hell door. All right. Okay. Oh, that closed quickly.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect.
No.
Let me boot it up.
Okay.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
I'm not going to be playing this for 4 hours.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable.
I didn't get any input.
Since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game, just to ease the pain? Let's see. What do we have here?
I love the narrating. I love it.
Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Was this game made by a very salty game developer? I don't know, but it's freaking awesome. The sarcasm and all this shit. I love it. I love it. This is freaking cool. You know, I think the game is messing with me. Oh, never mind, actually.
Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic
finished this
purpose.
game. No. This is Firewatch.
Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating
It's
venture
similar
into
to
the
Long
experience
Dark,
of
but it's
total
Firewatch.
mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
I played this game. I finished it. It was a pretty, like, interesting game. No ways this is, like, the same thing.
Oh, no.
It
No,
might
no,
be.
it can't be.
Huh? What? What happened? What if it suddenly became... Oh, that would be cool. If it becomes Rain World, that would be so cool.
It is. It's an open world game.
Yeah.
Good God, quickly block it off.
What? Oh, shit, no.
Thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You really wandered off into that thing.
I should
that
have
big,
gone.
open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any...
it.
Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley.
No.
Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find
I should
another
have gone
game.
through.
Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
Insurmountable walls. This guy's a psychopath, I'm telling you now.
I think this will be just the thing.
What are we playing now? Rocket League? What the
Wonderful.
hell?
See, this is exactly what I had in mind.
What is
just
going
a nice
on here?
big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
If I get lost in this game...
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball
Where?
of some kind back here. Is this game
Where?
sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together. Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Wait. Where's the ball? Holy shit. Okay. That's a big ball. Wait, is this the same thing like blue door, red door? He's trying to trick me, isn't he?
Are you doing
You
it?
can fucking bet
Are you
this game
winning?
has an
Is this
achievement for
fun?
doing 4 hours.
Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on? Stanley, I
bet
have
you.
a thought. And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sport. Hold on. What are you doing?
Hold on, what are you doing? Oh shit. Whoa.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
No narrator. No ways. What? 86 filing cabinets? Did I actually legitimately go through the back area? Ooh, that's dark. There's a door. Oh, this is creepy, man. There's some creepy shit. I don't even have a freaking touch. Yeah, welcome to the back rooms. That is exactly what it is. I still can't jump. Oh, this is some scary shit. I can't see nothing. I can't see anything, guys. All right. I feel like this might be. Nope. And we just fell. Am I dead? Am I dead? Am I dead? Am I dead? What the hell? Ooh, what? Amber is right. What if it became Rain World? Something touches your cheek? No, screw that shit. Oh. Can't use the doors. Oh, this is so creepy. Oh, this is some creepy shit. Okay, that door goes there. Man, my heart is racing like crazy right now. Hey. Wait a minute, is this like the narrator is watching you? I don't know, maybe not. Maybe he can't follow me here because Wait, isn't this like the choose the left and the right door? 425. Only heavy breathing. 427? Can't, nothing's happening. Should have followed narrate.
I wonder what he found.
Oh.
If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice. And if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon.
Will you obey?
I can wait.
I don't know if I want to obey. Now I'm back here again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I can't go through any other doors besides just going the way he wants me to go.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay, now I'll go left.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track. But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from
ignore
here,
him again.
It's, left.
How about right? How about right? Fine, we'll go left.
Oh, no. No, it's to the right. My mistake.
What the fuck? He just opens and closes the door?
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly...
Seriously?
Oh, dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Oh, it's this way. No, it's this way.
Right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Oh, yeah, sure. Go towards the headlights of a car. That's freaking not scary at all. Okay. Oh.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes.
No.
Okay.
No.
We just have to get back to,
Whoa.
Oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning.
No, don't.
And this time, suppose we don't wander so far
That's
off
so
track.
cool.
Okay, from the top.
Oh my god, he's making another left turn. Ah, shit. Okay, 3, 4,
All of his
better lock your
co-workers were
door.
gone. What could it mean?
This
Stanley
is
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had
Oh
simply
shit,
missed
he
a
has
memo.
cameras in every... He does, I saw that. Alright. Oh.
When Stanley...
Whoa.
Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. Was right here just a minute ago.
What the
I know
hell?
for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure.
Whoa.
Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Find the story? Okay. So I got 5 doors to choose from? Hey, wait, this is... Okay, that goes in the same room. That's down the hall. I feel like this connects to that one. Alright, guys, pick a door. Pick a door. Okay, let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And never sleep again. So 1,
I'll
2,
say it.
3.
This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
No.
Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Oh, damn it! That door there? Oh yeah, that really helped. Right there, that door. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright, I need to make like split-second decisions over here. Huh?
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Okay. Hey, wait, we did miss something. We didn't go through the employee room. And through the break room.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something.
What?
The story. Here it comes.
What?
No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the
fuck?
other way and retrace our steps.
Oh, this guy's really messing with me.
Now this...
The
Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building.
I can tell you them in Discord
that
later
correct?
on, though. I'll have to go to sleep. Oh, thanks,
Do you
HG.
remember,
Yeah, drop
Stanley?
them in the... Drop them in
Well,
the
you know
Discord,
what?
man.
Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it
We
really
win.
paid off, so good job.
Yeah? Yeah.
Oh, no, I don't
What?
feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual
fucking
work for
door's
that win.
gone.
Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations.
Door is gone.
Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Of course we have to restart again. Here we go again. Oh.
All right, I've got a solution.
Adventure
this
line.
time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line.
What the hell?
How simple is that?
No ways, I gotta take a screenshot of this. It's like follow the yellow brick road. We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful wizard of Stanley. Okay. Wait, actually no. You know what? Should I listen to him? Need coffee? Should I listen to him or should I just keep going this way? Is there a door? Oh, there's no door.
No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
All right, let's follow him.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story
Perhaps.
there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right?
Did you see this shit?
Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office in fact the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
See this?
Wait, cut the music. Go back and look at that fern.
The what?
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story.
Oh.
Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Alright. Bro, this is freaking weird. Stanley shrooming? Literally.
Wait, what? We're back at the office?
Huh?
No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Oh, wow. I did like that music, though. That was pretty cool. Oh.
Oh, no, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Oh, come on. I was getting somewhere. Yes, Shroomy.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people,
this whole
right?
like closing doors
Why can't we make up our
in my
own
face
story?
is not working
Something
for me.
exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Okay. No wonder there's no co-workers. Everyone got
is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild.
No.
Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
I'm not. I'm going around in circles here. To be fair, you have ignored him a bunch of times. He's just giving you... Why am I a yellow stick man?
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
I'm going to acknowledge it. Watch me. Oh. It's gone. You need to have a profile pic, Boris?
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute.
What?
Okay.
Seriously?
So I know that each door has to lead somewhere.
Which
means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley. Our destiny awaits.
Oh, he opens only the right one? The what?
Oh, hold up, what's this?
What?
Confusion ending.
You've been playing the
telling me
confusion ending for...
That's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all
ooh, sexy selfie, or maybe...
So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget?
What?
Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule?
Should Boris take a selfie for his profile pic? April?
Will someone come for us? Will something happen?
Sure.
So, okay. I guess now we just wait, you know. I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination, so I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually.
How?
Well, in the meantime, if you...
Okay, it just ended again. Ice cream.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Hydration? Oh, thank you. I'll do the water. Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I can't jump yet. Why can I still not jump? We'll go left.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Not getting
Feeling
fired.
a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Ooh. How to solve a dispute with a coworker? let it ball up inside you. Take it out passive aggressively on coworkers. All right.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I'm gonna go down. Huh?
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself,
did it really take
I
you that
suppose I'll
long to
wake up
realize it
soon.
was-
I'll have to go back to my boring
just, like,
real-life job pushing
is it gonna go on
buttons.
forever?
I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself
I'm
soaring
flying.
through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun,
Whoa.
and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was
Lemon
amazed he
wizard?
hadn't asked
It will
himself
go on
sooner.
forever.
Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
What's up,
Now
Lemon
the
wizard?
voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about
Forever
how
and
it's
ever and
describing
ever?
my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply
gonna stop
deceiving
walking.
himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is
How you
as
been?
awake
I've been
right
good, man.
now
How you?
as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock
I'm just
to
gonna
Stanley.
stop right here. I'm not
After
gonna go
all,
any further.
he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the
Tired
mattress
as
on his
usual,
back,
but doing alright.
the fresh
I see
air of
that.
the world outside
This
this
is my
one.
fever dream and less rubber
Let
ducks
me
and
wake
jam and
up.
monkeys.
He thought to himself. I'm
Let me wake
through
up.
with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me
Go
go back to
sleep.
my job. Let me continue pushing the
Pushing
buttons. Please. It's all I want. I want my apartment and my wife and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been.
And how has that been?
My life is normal.
Going around the
I am
circles.
normal.
Pretend that no one's
Everything will
watching.
be fine. I am okay.
That sounds very depressing. Oh. I'm in the same place.
Stanley began screaming.
No.
Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Dude needs to phone a friend. Bullshit.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Huh?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then
What?
collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy, this much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that
What the hell?
moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this.
That's
and in
Stanley
a
right
certain
there.
way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career,
His
and
friend
by
was too late.
extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Oh shit. Okay then. And we're back to square one again. What the freak? Hey, wait, my chair moved out of the way. Oh wait, maybe it did. Well, maybe it was like that. I don't know.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room to check on his co-workers.
Jesus.
He never functioned well by himself and constantly needed support and guidance from others, so the thought of total solitude was terrifying to him. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
This guy's
Perhaps he
fucking
wanted to
with me
stop
so
by the
badly.
employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Okay, employee lounge.
Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay, we'll take the left
And so
one.
he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Wait, what's this way? Oh, that's closed. Okay.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a
This is
wave
a story
of
of a man
disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's
made a
office,
boss instantly
hoping he
made
might
it
find an answer
boss.
there.
Alright. We're gonna...
Coming to a staircase,
We went
Stanley
downstairs.
walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay. Ooh. Wow. Not... Oh, I can actually open the door? Screw that. I'm gonna go this way. Hello? Oh. Up or down? Up or down? Up or down? Which way? Which way? Up or down? Up or down? Up or down? Which way we going? We're going up or we're going down? Up. We're going up. Alright, let's go up. Let's get see. I didn't know you can freaking open the doors now there. Both. Actually, can you hit both? Oh. Wait, you can. Oh wait, I'm back here again. What the hell? We've already been down. Why is that glowing? Recommendations from the Oversight Committee? I feel like this is gonna go on forever. It's not gonna stop. Oh. I guess that's just a loop. It is a... Oh my god. Business strategy? Kill a panda in the... No, dude. That's not cool. Okay, fine. Boss's office it is.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Hey. This is creepy, man. Little backdoor shit. Ugh, I hate places like this. Look at the paintings. Oh shit, I missed the paintings. I missed that. Sorry. I didn't look at the paintings.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Mind control facility or escape? Great movie. Oh, The Truman Show? Oh yeah, that was a good movie. I want to kind of escape mind control. All right, let's go to mind control. Let's go there.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
We were
did he
up there
have the
before.
strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building.
427.
Stanley's
That's my
co-workers.
office right there.
The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
427. I'm 427. Right there.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept
test subject,
it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never.
I saw something there.
It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
I can barely see anything.
But here was the proof.
Ooh.
The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working.
Okay.
All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Whoa, there's a lot of buttons here. Yo, why are there numbers on the wall? Oh, what was the number again? 10 points if you get the reference. This subject 626, 626. Why are there buttons on the wall? The big gray buttons. Why? What is that? One. 2. 626. Wait, wasn't it? Oh, what was that number again? It was 2. Shit, wasn't it 24 or something? Oh, I can't get up there. $10 2 bars. Okay, these do nothing if I hit them. Mind control idle, awaiting input. System power.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for. Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system.
Oh, shit.
In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes.
2 minutes?
Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start.
Shit.
What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone.
Oh, hit 5.
Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a
No, that
crisp.
isn't working.
I have to say this, though. This version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left.
No!
But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
What? Press any key to send the power surge?
Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment.
This guy's a psychopath.
But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't.
No!
Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown.
Goodbye, employee.
Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment you fade in until the moment I say, happily
Where am I running to? Okay, we're dead, I guess. Right? Welcome back to the office. This should be a freaking comedy show.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Ooh, new content. Hello.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
You didn't run fast enough? Oh, hello.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Okay.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
I like it. I like it.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. Okay, so far it's an elevator.
See
Nothing
drugs?
special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Or it's just another piece of the horror puzzle.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we
there
go.
you go.
All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it. I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Oh, hello. The jump circle?
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
I can jump. I can jump. Stop at 1 and leave? Okay. Wait.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness.
You're gonna run out.
Stanley,
I
have
hope
to
I
say,
didn't.
initial impressions of this game
wait.
are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping.
I just realized.
Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Oh my gosh, should I just do that? Oh shit, okay. No, I just used up my jumps. Thank you for enjoying the... What?
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended,
No,
and
maybe?
I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Okay. Ooh, this is different. At this point, this guy is...
Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
You know that? I don't want to be that person where it's be like, hey, come look over here. No, I don't like that. Oh, what's up, Smile Entity? How you doing? Wash, rinse, repeat. Welcome to the stream, man. I hear you like ice cream. I don't want to go into the freaking vent.
Oh,
no,
you don't want to
yeah,
see the
screw
cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine. You're a dork anyway, so who cares?
You're a dork. Okay, that door is closed.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the... This was not the
I like
correct
matcha
way to
flavor.
the meeting room,
That's
and Stanley
nice.
knew it perfectly well.
I like
Perhaps
matcha
he
too.
wanted to
But
stop
my
by the
favorite is, like,
employee
cookies
lounge
and cream
first, just
and
to
cookie dough.
admire it. Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nope, I did not.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
So I want to get down there. There's an open door down there. Have we followed him correctly even once? Yes, we did, and we went to the boss's office. I want to go there. I want to get down there. How do I get down there? Jump. I want to break my legs. Oh wait, I can't jump. Oh wait, I can't jump. What the hell? I can't jump. Maybe?
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot.
Let's try it.
Here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize, but in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Well, that didn't work out the way I wanted it to.
Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
Oh, this is some scary shit. Okay, what now? I didn't die, right? What was on the ground? There was a screwdriver and a cup that said Stanley on it. What is happening? Come on. Come on. How's your day going, Smile? Oh, okay. Hello?
Okay, you remember
Stanley
how
Cup?
cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just
What?
our little secret. Take a look.
What is this?
I
is this?
call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Oh, thank you. Anonymous again. 5 gifted tier 1 subs. Oh, damn. Smile Entity, Lemon Wizard, Plankton Spang, Existential. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. What the hell is this? I don't know this big place.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched?
No.
Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Can I pick any of this? I can't touch anything. The Stanley Parable demonstration. Go outside, don't play for 5 years. Are these achievements that you can unlock? Ooh, is a $1 bill. Smile because it happened.
Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
Thank you, lo and behold, for the 10 neons. Thank you, thank you. It's possible to... What? To get this achievement? Nominee, British Award, nominee. Huh. Stanley Parable deals tough choices. I mean, literally. I want to break the rules here.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created."
Don't read any
Did you hear
reviews
that,
except
Stanley?
this one.
Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all of them. And now
Human sacrifice?
it's
Literally.
nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Ho, 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 ho. And, ooh, hello. Ooh. Go down here. The memory zone maintenance. Okay, can't go through that door. This is
Here's
weird.
another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories. These were simpler times, Stanley.
What about
But
this
I
one?
wouldn't give to go back
The serious
to have
room?
it all over again.
Wait, I just came from this way. Why am I going back this way? Hold on. Why would I go back this way though? Oh. Ah!
Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor.
No
I haven't
ways.
looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't
Where?
they?
Where are they? Oh, it is actually. No ways.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more
getting
irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web
That's funny.
of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Hype train level 2 completed. Thank you so much, guys. Oh, this is like a... What?
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with.
I like it.
You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always
This game is a fucking masterpiece.
maybe it wasn't.
I agree, totally agree with
Yeah.
that one.
What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my
I love
otherwise
this.
unimpeachable track record.
I wonder how many endings there
feel-
are actually.
Like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered. What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt.
No way.
Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Shall we? Oh, it is actually
And
a skip
here
button.
it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered.
Actually,
No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No, 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 no. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people. And if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. The story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet. No, no, until 245. That the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is.
He's just blabbering some bullshit.
Left until so much more than forever ago, which is why I say... The story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet. No, no, until 245. That the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say... The story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet. No.
Screw it. We're gonna hit it. Okay.
Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and... Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button.
I can't hit it again.
The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes. Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're... Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks.
Oh, wait.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything.
Why is it so quiet? Hello? Oh, it's a door. Is there a door? Oh no. There's no door in the room. Okay. What's it beeping? Battery?
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. No. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed.
Okay. This is starting to get weird. Am I just stuck here in a loop?
The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end,
is never the end,
is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is
okay. Let me out. There's no door. Put the door back, please. Ooh. There's water dripping there. Okay. Oh. No ways. Oh, the place is gonna oh, hell yeah. That's cool. The whole place is deteriorating. Oh, what? Guys, why have I never heard of this game before? Ooh, hello. You got plants growing now? Oh. Oh, that's not good. I like the plants. Let the plants come back. Oh, Jesus. The Last of Us 33? Ooh, hello. Oh, the button's not working anymore. Did you hear that howling? Whoa. Oh, shit. What the? Okay, this is like a perfect screenshot right now. Wait, let's get the sun in the background. No more walls. Hodor is free. We are free. Look at this. But there's no world. I have no words. I know, right? What the hell? Oh. Never mind. Oh, for fuck's sake.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I enjoyed that one. Ooh, hello. That's new. Isn't that new? New content. I don't trust this. Fine.
Oh, good. You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
New content. Into the dark room we go. It's taking quite a while to load though. Jump 50 times? I'm not jumping this time. If there's more jumps, I'm not jumping. I do feel like lo and behold hit it on the nail there. You wasted the jumps. Come on. New content. Okay.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh! The end is never the end again?
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
What the hell?
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean?
They're back.
But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there.
Better.
It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
This game surprises me so much. The return of the man that never came. Whoa. That's pretty cool.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Reassurance bucket. The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. That's new. This is so big. Huh? Whole new office. Jump circle. Infinite hole. Get in here. Guys, what the hell is going on here? That's new. Can you find them? What? Oh.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
1 out of 6? Oh. Okay then.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
No screenshots?
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with? You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it is.
Oh my goodness.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision, we're moving on. A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind.
But there's no
and
bucket.
your heart. It's true.
Oh.
As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
The bucket is the perfect solution.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh my gosh.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
Hello? Jesus. Okay. Ooh, 1 second, guys. I will be right back. 1 second. Which one is that?
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is in fact a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right, infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium. You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top and we can continue onward. Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things. Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite?
Mostly infinite.
If that works for you, Then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready. Great. Now,
Okay.
I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
It's tempting, isn't it?
Oh, for heaven. You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there, goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you
It was
this time?
shorter.
I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow.
Oh shit,
Okay.
it's getting shorter.
Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is.
Oh.
The shame of my lie has come to haunt. How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on.
Or psychology. Teleport.
Is the,
It's not working.
Teleport button not working?
Huh?
You sure?
Yep.
Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. Still nothing?
Nope.
Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else.
Who's
Take
gonna
care,
ban me?
Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
Are you serious? Are you serious? Hello? No. I can't jump, no nothing. Are you kidding me? Slenderman is coming. Every pause button is a Roman numeral? Oh shit! Oh, this is... I want this as a dream. That is pretty cool, but I don't know if I want to hit the button though. Change perspective. Is it still going? I can't tell. Oh yeah, it is still going actually. Me, my bucket, and I slowly deepening hole. I'm kind of curious now if I should hit the button or not and change the perspective, but it's, yeah, we're still going down. I don't think I want to change the perspective though. It's another button he wants me to hit. What do you guys think? Change perspective or just keep going down? This hole's getting deeper. Don't worry, it's just me, my bucket, and the hole. Me, my bucket, and I. Wait 30 seconds. Let's see. I hope that it actually like goes down and there's something we can see down there. Now 30-second future, you can decide. It's so tempting. Change your perspective. Oh man, I can't remember how deep the first initial jump was. I am all the help. Come on, do something funny, please. Do something funny. Am I supposed to hit the button? I don't wanna. My gut is telling me not to hit the button. Maybe if I hit G. No, that doesn't work. Yeah, so like then don't hit the button. Yeah. There must be an end to this. It's not an infinite hole. They just want to see how much patience you got. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is gonna take forever. This should be in a video edit where you put like 2 hours later. The little SpongeBob thing. So, tell me about your guys' day. How was your weekend? Come here often? Yeah, you know, I just jump down my hole every now and then with my bucket. Teleport up again. And come back down again. How about you guys? You guys come here often? Oh man, what a good day it was. I grinded my existence away. Oh, what did you do? My day was spent driving back to my apartment from my house. All right, seriously, this has to be go somewhere. Wouldn't it be cool if it just stops and there's like a secret underground tunnel door or something? So freaking tempting to hit the button. I don't want to hit the button. No, hit the button. No button pressing. Ooh, actually. Oh damn, I don't even know if it works. Do you guys see like a Tangia thing? What if the button breaks? Taste the wall. You fall into the starting room? Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, because what if I go back to the freaking starting room again? I don't want to go back. I made so much progress already. Did you guys see? Oh, actually, I don't know if Amber, you won't be able to see it on YouTube though. But Boris, do you see like there's like a orange or something on the screen, like a Tangia kind of thing? There's like a little dungeon. What is it called? Frick, I forgot what it's called. It's so quiet. It's kind of eerie. Oh yes, no, something that says add AI to chat. Well, there's one that's called like a dungeon. Is it in the points? Can you see it in the points? I don't even know if I added it to the points though. It's like you can do a little adventure, like a dungeon crawl, with like a pixel character on screen. Oh, this is taking way too long now. But it's a pretty cool thing. I saw a streamer using it as well, so I decided to add it to my stream. Oh. Oh, the light's gone. That's... Oh, wait, no, the light's still there. Oh, light's gone. What the hell? Would it work on the phone? I think so, maybe. Is there anything of a dungeon in the points? Like for the neons that you have? Like, is there any... Ooh, now it's getting dark. Oh, we stopped. We're not going down anymore. We stopped. Ah, shit. I have to probably hit the button. Oh. Change your perception, change your perspective. Change your reality? We got different kind of music we're playing. That's freaky. Okay. We'll keep looking. I'm too dumb. It might actually only be on the computer then. What the hell is going on? Change yourself? Oh. What? What is that?
I'm in danger!
Stanley? Stanley? Stanley! Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland.
One way to describe this game for sure.
Stanley. Because
that
this
is
hole
literally
just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole.
No ways.
And I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodlepip.
Just farted. Oh, he just left me here and again. Oh, are we moving? No ways. Oh, I was about to say. Oh, we're back here again.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
Okay. Stanley Parable button.
2 hours later.
Literally, freaking 2 hours later.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course,
button.
the first and most obvious answer
Too big.
is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful? Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the
Jim?
button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust.
Okay.
Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now? Jim! Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory. If you don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button. Otherwise, it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name. Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first. Now, allow yourself to become Jim.
I'm not gonna let him finish.
Imagine yourself Jim. All right, fine, whatever. It's just a meaningless button that says Jim. Are you happy now? Get out of here. I'm done with this button. Why don't you go humiliate me in front of a different feature that I worked very hard on?
Oh, I love this. Oh, man. I love this. This is so cool. This game is... This is like one of the best games I've played now. Just the freaking humor in this thing is
Maybe
nuts.
I'll only let people named Jim play the Stanley Parable 2. They would appreciate what I've created here.
Only let the people named Jim play the game. That one says exit, but that's not an egg. Who is that exit actually? Free new plus easy achievement. It works to complete this. No ways. That's not it. I think I must go to bed. It's quite late. Alright, Amber. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm also probably going to have to end it pretty soon, but once we get...
Alright, have you seen everything you wanted
I guess.
to? Ready to move on now?
Good night and good luck. Thank you very much. Ooh.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Whoa.
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement.
Hold on.
Okay,
No.
yes. This is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. And his name is John Cena. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything.
Mannequin things.
I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course.
Oh, so
with
Boris,
respect,
did you see we are
with
2
care for the
followers
vision
away
and
from
integrity
200?
of the original game? Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2." Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
What are we doing? What? How do I know when the game saves?
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
Blind Bambi.
Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in.
It gave me
as though he had
option
been
to skip
made
it.
exactly for this job. And Stanley
But I'm not going to skip it.
was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized
It's like I'm
that
playing
not
the whole game over
one
again.
single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest
This is
time.
weird. Yes,
But as he
with
came to his
balloons?
wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped
you're
out
right.
of his office.
He got balloons.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, it's a bucket.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
We have a bucket? No. No ways. Follow his
Stanley
directions?
clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Good. Okay, fine. I'll go to the left.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd... Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Oh, I want to do the complete opposite. No. Oh, I don't want to get stuck in that again. Oh, hello.
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
I don't feel like... I don't want to go in there again. I don't want to get stuck in that loop. Do I? Oh, fuck it. Screw it.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. He looked down at the bucket in his arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket. The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all. That's strange, Stanley thought.
Why is this
Usually
all
the
different
bucket is a
times?
source of
1, 2,
guidance
3,
and wisdom
4.
for me in difficult times such as these. He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's when Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket. Someone else's bucket, perhaps. How did I end up with someone else's bucket? This is all terribly wrong. Surely no good would come from this. Who knows what sorts of bizarre hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket. And indeed, now he noticed that the rooms were repeating, which was, of course, very odd. And now he felt himself floating off the ground. Oh, gracious, he exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must find it. Far off in the distance now, he heard it, calling to him. Stanley! Stanley, it's me! The bucket! Could it truly be? He rushed forward from room to room, passing by one bucket after the next. None of them were his. None of them were his special bucket. Come to me, Stanley. Find me. He had to find the bucket. He had to return to his old friend. It was the only way to truly restore his sanity. And then suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from. The real bucket was inside of him all along. It was incredibly painful.
What?
Stanley doubled over in agony and blacked out.
No ways.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What the hell?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other.
Yeah, where did he put that
rose,
bucket, dude?
Got dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security, and walked to her place of work.
And she has the
bucket. But on
bucket.
this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was.
What?
This man had no bucket. Of course he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him. Perhaps he didn't even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought, and she hugged her own bucket even tighter. But of course, she had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work, for which
She doesn't have a single bucket to give.
Absolute guidance and total clarity on everything.
Oh my gosh.
Heck yes, she thought to herself. My life kicks ass. And she backflipped all the way to work.
Okay, she backflipped all the way to work. Well, that's athletic. With a bucket in her hands. Oh my gosh. Damn. All right, we're gonna do this one more time.
Hello. This is a recorded message scheduled either by you or a person in your place of work. The purpose of this message is to warn you about the dangers of recorded messages. If at any time you believe you are listening to a recorded message, please terminate it immediately and cease all flow of information from the recorded message into your perceptual sphere. Thank you, and have a pleasant day.
What? Okay, that was weird. Huh. Access. Awaiting input? What? You know, I never actually looked at these computers. Spelled surname wrong? Yeah. Where was that again? Hold on. What? Where did I see? Which computer was it? This. Oh yeah, this one. Surname access. Oh, I just turned it off. I never tried any of these compute. Oh, hello. Should we take the bucket?
Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps. No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
There's a thing right there. There's a thing right here.
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, you know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini-stands?
Mini-stands.
Stanley figs. What about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
Okay. That's cool. So what now? Alright, let's go to this way. Aha! Backroom stuff again?
Okay, this is day number 295.
Mixtape.
Tape number... I don't even know. I've lost track. Nothing feels real anymore. The longer I study this bucket, the less sense anything makes. The sheer euphoria I feel every time I pick it up. No matter how many times I've done it, it's always the same feeling. And the emptiness in my chest when I set it down.
This is a freaking horror game, man.
It doesn't make sense. There's no explanation for it. I still haven't figured out why I see the world so differently when this bucket is in my arms. Why everything feels so... What do I do with this treasure? I can monetize it. Yes. It's unthinkable the amounts of money people will pay for even just an hour with the bucket.
Bucket prostitution.
It's my golden ticket. But I have to be careful, because as soon as this gets out, there's going to be a target on my back. Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get... What's that? Who's there?
Gamborata? What the fuck? What the hell is a Gamborata? Oh, Jesus. Okay then. Yeah. Guys, we are at almost like we're pretty much at 2 hours and 30 minutes. I think we're gonna be back with this one for next Sunday. I really enjoyed this. This is a very interesting game. Very mind-boggling. So this is episode 1. I don't know how much more gameplay is left of this actually, but yeah, I think we're gonna cut it there because I gotta get myself ready for tomorrow. But we will carry on with this on Sunday next week. But I will be back with Rain World Tuesday and Thursday this week coming. I hope you guys can join us. Same time again, 8 PM EST. I appreciate everyone who joined in today. It was very fun. But if you liked the content, please don't forget to leave a like on YouTube, comment, whatever, follow. We are 2 followers away from 200, and then we'll play a horror game on stream. In the dark. I'll put off my lights and everything, so. But yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful Monday tomorrow and enjoy the rest of your evening or your day, wherever you are. I will see you again on Tuesday, guys. Have a good day.
this old switchboard could talk, wow, your ears would sizzle. 1880. We take Alexander Graham Bell's invention for granted today. Perhaps we should. But isn't it incredible that millions and millions of people can talk simultaneously to practically any spot on Earth? Back in the old days, the telephone was something of an oddity, to say the least. You'd pick up this receiver to see that the line was clear. Then you'd hang up and ring with this crank. Pick it up again and tell the operator what number you wanted. If there was anybody home, they'd answer and you could talk.